So, Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently dropped his vision for the company in the year 2023, and if what he's saying pans out, this will be a landmark year for Tesla. Definitely the most significant year they have ever had, and maybe even the biggest single leap forward they will ever take with their vehicle production. We're talking about 3 new vehicles in production, ranging from affordable compact to hypercar, with an alien pickup truck in between. Plus, there are some very significant implications for pretty much every other vehicle in the lineup. So, in today's video, we're talking about all of the reasons that 2023 will be the greatest year in Tesla history. Okay, so we got this flood of information recently coming out of an all-hands-on-deck meeting that Elon hosted with Tesla employees. Luckily for us, a few sources within the meeting didn't mind sharing all of this information with the outside world. Plus, we've got a few Twitter posts from Elon and enough news stories, patent filings, and rumors to connect the dots and figure out pretty much everything that Tesla is planning to bring us in the year 2023. And let me tell you, it's a lot. Let's start from the bottom with the cheapest car that Tesla has ever teased us with, the $25K Compact. This is the affordable car that Elon Musk has always been working towards since the company started selling cars. The flowchart was to start by selling a sports car, then use that money to build a more practical but still expensive sedan, then use that money to build a slightly more affordable car, and then use that money to build a truly affordable car that can drive mass market adoption of electric vehicles at a pace that has just not been possible so far because of the price. To date, the cheapest EV on the market has been the 2022 Nissan Leaf with a starting price of $28,375. That's pretty close to $25K, right? Problem solved. But the base model Leaf only gives you 149 miles of range. So it's fine if you only ever drive to work and the grocery store, but for the majority of people, that low range is going to be too much of a pain in the ass. So it's important to remember that when Elon talks about making an affordable Tesla, he's talking about a car that is not just cheap, but also a compelling electric car that lives up to the Tesla standard and is also affordable. That's the tricky part. Anybody can just slap together a garbage car and put a low price tag on it. Not that the Leaf is garbage, it's fine, it's just not compelling. No one's excited about it. Elon is telling us that he still expects this car to make it into production in the year 2023, and that's pretty huge. But he's still not dropping any hints about what form factor it's going to take. We can assume it's going to be more or less the same size and shape of a Volkswagen Golf, but also this is Tesla we're talking about. They could do something crazy. We're still guessing. Elon still hasn't told us what this car will be called, but thankfully he did tell us what it won't be called. There will be no Tesla Model 2. It's a really bad, uncreative name, and I'm grateful we can finally kill it off for good. Basically, the only fact that Elon did confirm is that this car will be capable of fully autonomous driving, to the point where Elon questioned whether it even needed to come with a steering wheel and pedals. Again, that stresses the point that Tesla will not be removing the advanced features from this car to make it cheap. It will have all of the hardware for full self-driving available. And it also reinforces how committed Tesla is to autonomous vehicles. Elon seems to be very confident that not only will level 5 self-driving be achieved by 2023, but also that a driverless car will be fully street legal by then as well. Does this mean you won't be able to buy this car with manual controls? No, I really doubt that is what Elon is getting at here. Maybe in his mind that would be a great thing, and in a perfect hypothetical world, he might be correct. But in reality, if this car is going to hit mass market adoption in 2023, it's going to have to come with a steering wheel and pedals. Full stop. If they make it autonomous driving only, then they make it a niche product that only Tesla devotees and tech heads are going to want, and everyone else is going to be terrified of. It's too soon. The idea of an AI-only version of this car with no controls does seem pretty plausible as a purpose-built robo-taxi though. I actually love that idea. for commercial purposes only, then yeah, there would be no reason to have manual controls. I think they should go for that. But even as a huge supporter of Tesla and Elon, if I'm going to own a vehicle, I want manual controls in that vehicle. Here's my thought process. If for whatever reason the self-driving has a failure or can't figure out how to get where you want to go, can't figure out how to park itself in a weird place, or gets stuck in the snow or hits something or whatever else the problem might be, if it's a robo-taxi, I can just get out of the car and walk away, and that's someone else's problem to deal with. Sucks to be them. But if that's my property that is stuck or broken or whatever, and I just can't take over control, then that's my problem to deal with, and I don't want to deal with that. As far as speculation goes, word on the street is that this car is currently being designed and prototyped in China as we speak. We are pretty sure that Tesla has built a research and development facility at or near the Gigafactory in Shanghai, and it seems to be that they are in the earliest test production phase for this new vehicle. Of course, that should never be confused with real production. As Elon has always said, designing and prototyping a vehicle is easy, but mass producing it at scale is very difficult. You don't just jump straight from one to the other, there will be a bumpy road in between. But again, Elon thinks we can clear those bumps in just 2 years from now. Yet another long-anticipated Tesla release that Elon is now teasing for a 2023 debut is the new Roadster. This is version 2 of the very first Tesla vehicle ever produced, a purpose-built sports car, and this should be one hell of a sports car from everything that we know and everything we can expect to find out. This car unveiled way back in 2017 at the same presentation where Tesla announced their semi-truck. Originally, we had been told it would be on sale by 2020, and well, obviously that didn't pan out, which is fine. This is one of those situations where literally no one needs a car like this. Do you want a car like this though? Oh yeah, you want a car like this. Even by 2017 specs, this thing was mind-bendingly quick. The famous claim of 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, quarter mile in 8.8 seconds, and top speed of 200 miles per hour. 3 motors and a battery pack with over 600 miles of range. But knowing what we know now after seeing the Model S Plaid in real life, we can actually say that those old specs are weak compared to what the real Roadster is going to be capable of. If the full-sized 4-door hatchback sedan body of the Model S can already achieve 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds and a 9-second quarter mile, then we know that dropping that same powertrain into a 2-door hypercar is going to result in something marginally faster. Elon says that the Plaid Model S is approaching the limitations of how fast the laws of physics will allow a car to accelerate, but we're not there yet. We can find that limit with the Roadster. And in addition to that, Elon is already hinting that the tri-motor Plaid system in the Roadster will be even more powerful than it is in the Model S. Elon says that Tesla engineers are perfecting their carbon overwrapping process on the rotors of the electric motors that will allow them to spin at an even higher RPM without flying apart from the sheer centrifugal force. Right now, Plaid motors can spin at something like 20,000 RPM, which is insane. Roadster will take that even further. Oh, and it will have lasers for windshield wipers. No big deal. For real though, this article dropped just yesterday that says Tesla has a new patent to use laser beams to clean debris off of their vehicles. The patent filing starts off with this sentence, quote, "A cleaning system for a vehicle includes a beam optics assembly that emits a laser beam to irradiate a region on a glass article of the vehicle. Debris detection circuitry that detects debris accumulated over the region, and control circuitry." So the car detects debris on your windshield and presumably also water. It never says water specifically, but that's like reason number 1 for having windshield wipers. So they must include water with debris, and then it just blasts the debris with a laser beam to remove it from the glass. Not saying that's confirmed, but it would be cool as shit. Now let's bring it back for a second to the reason that the Roadster coming in 2023 is a big deal. Like we said, this is a car that no one needs. So if Tesla is actually throwing their resources and mass producing this beast, that means they have already accomplished this for all of their practical vehicles. Those would be the Cybertruck, the Semi, and the 25K Compact. The fact that Elon thinks Roadster production is still a possibility for 2023 means that he is optimistic as hell that Tesla is going to crush their goals over the next 2 years. By the way, quick interruption to remind you, hit that thumbs up button today if you're enjoying the content. You would think that just watching the video would be enough to let YouTube know that you like it, but I guess they need a bit more reinforcement. So liking the video and dropping a comment below really helps our channel to grow, and we appreciate your support. This is a big one. We had all been very hopeful that Cybertruck production could happen as soon as the end of this year, but now we know better. Elon has confirmed that the first production of the Cybertruck will happen in 2022, but not until closer to the end of 2022. So people at the very top of the pre-order list will probably be getting a delivery next year, but for all of the rest of us who didn't immediately pounce on the order button, 2023 is going to be the year for the Cybertruck. I don't think this truck really needs much of an explanation at this point. It's been the most visible and widely reported of all the Tesla concept vehicles. In short, this is a 20-foot long stainless steel brick that rolls around on 35-inch high tires. That is not a vehicle for the faint of heart. But the timeline for the Cybertruck actually reveals a lot more about Tesla's other projects that surround the Cybertruck. If production for this truck is going to be ready to get rolling by late 2022, then that means that the factory where it will be built, Texas, will be operating at full capacity by this time as well. Vehicle production at Tesla's Austin facility will start slowly with some Model Y production in Q4 this year, and then over the following months and into 2022, Model Y production will ramp to full capacity so that they can actually fill orders for this thing and start to meet demand. The estimated delivery for Model Y long range as of right now is January 2022. It's September 12th. That's bananas. Tesla needs to fix that problem first before they even start the Cybertruck, especially if Elon's vision of selling 1 million Model Ys in a year is ever going to happen. And Texas will absolutely be that solution once it gets up and running. You can check out our last video on the Texas Gigafactory to learn why this new alien dreadnought machine will far, far exceed the quantity and quality of production that Tesla's Fremont plant has been able to deliver so far. The second thing that the Cybertruck timeline reveals is the production ramp up for the new 4680 battery cell. Elon has conceded that his plan to launch the Made in Texas Model Y with the 4680 battery cell isn't going to happen, and that's perfectly fine. To be honest, with a medium-sized vehicle like the Model Y, it really doesn't matter what battery is in it. It has amazing performance as is, and Tesla doesn't plan to improve upon the existing range or power from what I can tell. They'll just use fewer cells and achieve the same results. Switching over to 4680 cells would make the car easier to manufacture on their end, but for the consumer, there should be no discernible change. The structural battery pack that comes with the new cells will make the car marginally more rigid and more crash safe. That would be a real-world difference, but Model Y already has great handling for its size and is one of the top 5 safest cars in the world as is. So it really shouldn't be enough to influence your buying decision. The Cybertruck, on the other hand, is a whole different animal. This one absolutely needs 4680 battery cells for their additional power and energy density. Elon has freely admitted that the angular design of the Cybertruck means it has shit aerodynamics compared to every other Tesla. It also has by far the highest ride height and biggest tires of any Tesla, and since it's made of stainless steel instead of aluminum, it will be by far the heaviest Tesla. And yet, in spite all of these limiting factors, Elon wants this thing to be capable of over 500 miles of range. That's significantly more than any other Tesla, and therefore it needs a more advanced battery cell, period. Can't be done without it. So if Tesla is going to build Cybertrucks at volume in 2023, that means they will be producing their new super advanced battery cell at volume in 2023 as well. Number 3, we have Elon telling us that the new hardware version 4 of Tesla's full self-driving system will be launched with the Cybertruck. This means upgraded cameras all around the vehicle and an even more powerful computer. This should be the hardware package that unlocks real level 5 autonomous driving in Tesla vehicles. And given everything that we're hearing, we can reasonably expect that to roll out by the end of 2022. So that's the vision that Elon Musk has laid out for Tesla in 2023, a Model Y in full force production, a Cybertruck ramp up, an affordable hatchback beginning production, and the cherry on top, the most insane hypercar you can imagine actually becoming real life. And it's not a pipe dream. I would honestly say that even though I'm admittedly not the most optimistic Tesla fan in the world, I don't see any reason why this won't happen. All of the support structures for this landmark year in 2023 are going into place right now. Giga Texas is almost finished, and so is Giga Berlin. Giga Shanghai is expanding. The 4680 battery cell production line is like 80 to 90% of the way there. The Plaid powertrain is working like alien technology. The Cybertruck design is finalized, and the production process is coming together. That doesn't mean it's smooth sailing from here. 2022 is still probably going to be rough for the most part. The first half might be a bit better than 2021, but it's still going to be an uphill fight to conquer before we get to sail down to the other side of the slope. But what do you all think? Will 2023 be Tesla's greatest year ever? Can they actually get all of these new products up and running all at once? I feel like once they get this vehicle ramp taken care of, then they can get on to the next phase of weird stuff like robots and airplanes. It's very exciting to think about. Drop your theories in the comment section below. For a weekly dose of Tesla news delivered straight to your inbox, make sure to subscribe to our Tesla Space newsletter. We keep you up to date on all things Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Boring Company in one quick and fun to read package. Link in the description to sign up. It's theteslaspace.com, and make sure to drag our emails over into your primary inbox so we don't get lost in the promotions tab. If you want to continue to learn about everything regarding Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we've got 2 more video options for you on the screen to check out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel for weekly content just like this.